Wanted to come down and have a final look at the lake before I left it. So still this morning. So that's the hills above it. And wham, look at that. Those reflections are just perfect mirror. Yeah, gorgeous, gorgeous lake. So, alright, this is Pear Lake. Time for me to leave this beautiful lake and head back up onto the trail. Came off trail, it's just a few hundred meters, so I'm going to zigzag back up the trail, back up to the skyline up there. That's a view of the campsite. So I was just up there tucked into the trees and the dirt was damp basically around there, but because I was tucked into the trees I avoided the condensation. And I am back on trail. There we go, Pacific Crest Trail. Good morning, it is day 165 and yesterday was a neat day. I had a leisurely start, enjoyed the comfort of my bed, finished packing, had breakfast at the motel which was included, wandered over to Subway to get something to take away for lunch, and then hitched a ride back to the trailhead. As I was at the trailhead, I met up with Smalls. So good to see her again. And then we talked for quite a while, and then on my way. And yeah, had a bit of a warm up, a very gentle downhill, and then there was a lot of ups and downs for the rest of the day. Some areas with amazing views. Forest was lovely. Trails were interesting. Some were beautiful. Some were more interesting. More rocks and roots, and the hills, most of them were gentle, apart from the very last one. Lots of people on the trails, up until Lake Janus, something like that. And then there was only one person, two people after that. And yeah, I camped by Pear Lake, which is beautiful, beautiful lake. Yeah, enjoyed pad thai for dinner. It's good having that flavour back again. Last night there were a few, I don't know if they were mice or chipmunks, a few little small furry things wandering around. I'd emptied out my pack, so they sort of crawled around my pack but left it alone, and I was worried they were going to try and chew through the tent, but they didn't. They sort of made noise and went away, and then I didn't hear anything during the night. This morning I heard one just sort of brushing past my tent or nosing it. Some people arrived later last night, but they took a tent spot quite far from me. They were gone by the morning. Woke up, beautiful mirror lake, gorgeous reflections on it. Lovely way to wake up. So that's it, just down there, probably hard to make out with the sun. Today, more hills. I had a look at the elevation profile and lots of ups and downs, but that's cool. But heading closer towards Glacier, not sure if it's a national park, but Glacier Peak, which I saw yesterday, so woohoo, looking forward to that. It looks beautiful. Body felt good yesterday, and feeling good this morning. Oh wow, gorgeous. There's Glacier Peak. I think I'm going to be seeing a lot of that today. It's winding along the side of the hill for a little bit, and then I'm going to be heading up to a saddle, I think it is. Probably just around the corner here. Looks like I'm going through the rocks for a little bit. Here's the pika. Just come up this big steep hill and over the saddle. Now I'm going along the hill for a bit. Just pretty cool. I should have a view from just up here. Morning panorama time. Woohoo! This is beautiful. Oh, there's still snow on those mountains. All right. Oh, hey, got some sort of cross between stairs and boardwalk, but yeah, makes it quite easy going down a hill. We know how to use this. Oh, right. Oh, that's a bit muddy. Yuck. Climbing up and up to a saddle up under these cliffs. It's great being in the open because look at my views. I came across the face of that. Hey, some flowers. Most of the flowers are either dead or turned into this stage, ready to fly away. From here, I continue along the side of the hill, and then I drop down to the valley, and then I climb up to this hill. I go along the ridge line, and that's Skymish Peak. I go along to the side of the hill, going around Skymish Peak. So it's quite nice being able to see quite away from here. Skymish Road, Katy Ridge track, and Katy Pass. Look at this monster. There's my shoe in comparison. That is huge. Big tall one too. This looks like the bottom. It looks like a camping area down there. So that's the hill done. Pretty damp down here. There's a lot of condensation. Wow, I haven't tried the hammer type of gel before, but it actually tastes nice. This is the Montana Huckleberry. The other brands, the flavours have all been pretty hard to tell what they are and not very nice, but yeah, I actually like this flavour. It's nice. The other thing is, while it's still thicker than I'm used to, it's not as thick as the other two brands, so it's a lot easier to get down. Wish I'd tried this brand a lot earlier. I haven't had huckleberries for a while, so it's a nice break from blueberries. Alright, that's the steepest bit, but it's still climbing, going up around the side of the hill for a bit. Scenery is beautiful. See a big snowfield on the mountain in the distance. Just gorgeous. Right, heading around the side of the hill and around. and then I'll be going across a ridge line. I think that ridge line, and then there's a big hill to climb up, so still heading roughly in that direction. And just to complete, because the sun's temporarily behind a cloud so I can see back that way, but just continual rows and rows of mountains that way. Just beautiful. Right, this is the only granola bar I've found that I don't mind because it's not too sweet. Comes in two parts, so I get the first one out and put this back into my pack till I've finished the first one. Hey, this is Lake Selian. I'm going to stop here and filter water, and it's about 5 miles to the next water source. Beautiful lake, nice and clear water, lots of fish. Okay, continuing straight. So the track's heading up to the top there. You can see it zigzag along the hill up to there. So a little bit of a hill climb before lunch. Ooh, at the top and heading along the side for a while. That is my delicious monster of a wrap. Little Winnetachi Trail. Heading that way. That's the first bow hunter I've seen. Climbing up the side of the hill, looking out at this. That puts me at 4 people today. Sign fell off, but there it is, entering Glacier Peak Wilderness. Right, dropping down. Track's pretty obvious, dropping right down, and then it's a stepped climb. So it is a climb over about 2,000 feet, but in quite a few stages, so it's not going to feel like such a big hill, I don't think. Wow, this one is friendly. That was less than a metre. And it looks like it only flew off because this one was coming. Oop, another one's back. So there's about 5 of these all flitting around, taking their turn at coming up close to me. Beautiful. There were 2 people there filtering their water, and they were the 2 that came into the campsite last night, and yeah, left very early and very quietly because they didn't wake me. Yeah, 2 more through hikers. So first through hikers I've seen for a while, especially going north. Hard not to just stop and look, because it's just gorgeous scenery. I am looking as I'm going, but still, it's just gorgeous. Little pond. I think the video for today is probably going to be 40 minutes with all these gorgeous scenery shots. Another little pond. Glacier peaks getting hidden behind clouds. Still see the top for now, but that seems to be changing rapidly. Oh. Still stunning views everywhere I look. This is top of the second step, so I've got one more big step to go, or one more big climb to go. Hello. Looks different. Yeah, move. From here, it's going along the side of the hill, all the way up and around, continuing to climb a little bit. And once I'm up, then it's a big, big down. Big grey clouds coming in now, which is not nice. We're on the flight path here. So, imagine those are big mountains over there. Can't see because of the clouds, but oh wow. Wow. Beautiful coloured butterflies. Still climbing on the side of the hill. Going up just by the sharp thing, I think. And awful colours over there. There's a little bit of blue. Even worse over that side. So far it's just clouds and doesn't look like rain, but yeah, we'll see. Ooh, that's the bulk of the climbing done. A big mountain there. Can't see where I'm going because I go along and then I think that's Red Pass, and then I'm heading that way. So it's out of sight at the moment. So this is Red's Pass. That's where I came from. And I can see the trail. Whew, I can see a whole lot of marmots in there as well. So it's going to zigzag, and it zigzags, and then you can see it zigzagging, and then it's going along the side of that hill and along. So that gradient doesn't look too bad. Down the valley. Misty Valley. This is a new one I just picked up. I thought I'd give it a try. Just had a quick bite and yeah, tastes yum. Calories 210, which is great. It's got 20 grams of carbs, 12 grams of fats. It's got a few, 14 grams of sugars, so there's a bit. It's got iron, calcium, no calcium. Yeah, so looks like it's pretty good. Wish I'd discovered these earlier. These aren't just good, these are great. I've had two, so I've got two more little ones to go. Easy to get down, a little sweet but not sickly sweet, and good nutrition. Woohoo! Somehow I managed to get that rock and kick it somehow, so it hit just in here, so it got the ankle bone and a little bit of the Achilles, and oh, that hurt. I'll shake it off and keep going, but that was silly, causing damage to myself. Such an interesting colour with these flowers. They're very sort of mysterious and dark. Pretty sure normally that would be a beautiful view of Glacier Peak, but it's hiding. Oh, there's a brief clearing. Look at that. Woohoo! Now I have a full view of the mountain. Look at that. Clouds are blowing over, just enough to be able to see the top. So not a bad view walking along Heading down. Oh, there's a person way down there. Can't see which direction they're going yet. But yes, continuing down, down, down. That's a valley I've just come down, and I'm about to turn down and go down a different valley. There's a marmot posing for me on this pile of rocks. Hello, marmot. I am going to be following this valley for the next 7.2 miles. So I'll be camping in this valley a little further on. It's a trail making its way down there. Alright, valley travel. Correction, I'll be in the valley for 5.7 miles. I'd forgotten to update my location, so I was taking the distance from the top of Red Pass. Here's a bit more of a view down the valley. Woohoo! Wow. There's a chipmunk guarding the bridge. Will it let me across? Yep. It's a pretty little stream. It's a log crossing. Ooh, that log is a little wobbly. I'm going to need 2 poles for this one. And better I don't have to cross the log, because I can jump onto that rock and across. So I just got to get round to it. Now I've got to get through this too. The rock that I was planning on going across was too wobbly, but I was able to jump all the way across in one go. That's the benefit of the poles. Now we get a bridge. Bridge would have been nice over the other part. That's a neat colour. Oh, that's where I've come. And that's where I'm going. Look at that, wow. That is beautiful. The river grew pretty quickly. I'm glad there's a bridge now, because, yeah, woo! Emerged into the light. Blue sky and lots of grey. Big cliffs above. Alright, back into the forest again. Continuing my food related theme, that's popcorn. And that's the top of a hot chocolate. Hey, another bridge. Looks like the game pickup sticks. Trail's under a little bit of water, so I'm going to take the log route. Do not like the look of that, so I'm just going to go to the water source at the campsite, even though it says it's silty. by silty. Oh well. Right, I'll cross the bridge, I'll get my tent set up, then I'll come back and get some water. Oh, and another bridge. This one's cool. Okay, so this is the campsite. Oh yeah, heaps of spots down there.